All right, the first Twitter question comes from @Brad Lamberson. He's asking, will we ever get an Oz the Great and Powerful 2?
So I did hear murmurs of this way back when, but it's been quiet on the front. Personally, I was disappointed by the film. I love Sam Raimi. I love the visuals of this film, but it just fell flat to me. I thought some of the performances were fantastic. I just thought it was more style over substance. So I can't say I'm like waiting for a sequel, but it still did pretty well. And I did hear originally, but I haven't heard anything. Have you guys heard anything on this front?
No. And yeah, I'm with you. Also, I'd rather see them do someone else do a sequel a couple years later of the actual film. The book was, it's what we've all remembered is the movie. Granted, the book has a lot of followers, and I get it, but the movie was what people are hoping for, and they can't do that legally. So you made a lot of money. I say leave it alone. I don't need to see 2.
Yeah, I don't need to see 2. I wasn't such a big fan of the first one. I had high hopes for it, great cast, but yeah, it just didn't live up to it.
Across the board. All right, what's next?
All right, the next one comes from @SahilC1987. So let's say Michael Boo really steps down from Transformers. Who would you like to direct Part 5?
Michael Boo.
The answer to that would be anyone, minus Stephen Sommers. But I'd like to see maybe an up-and-comer get it. I know that it would never happen in a million years, but I'd like to see Neil Blomkamp get it. I know it would never happen because there's not enough message in the movie, but I'd like to see someone with a little that we can focus more on the actual story and not just the explosions. I know that that's what this has been so far, but let's get a little bit more effort into it.
I love that name, Neil Blomkamp. I know that his last film people weren't as excited about, but I'm still holding on for the magic of District 9. I mean, that film was phenomenal.
It's a perfect blend.
It really was, and yeah, good performances, visual, twisted sci-fi. I really thought it elevated the genre again, and I think that he would bring a different perspective to it. You're right. We like explosions, but we don't want that to be only the scene.
And the dopey humor, get rid of it.
Yeah, I'll probably get a lot of bad YouTube comments, but just no one, no more, no more Transformers.
You don't think it could work at all? I think it could work. I really do think if you had the right guy and the right... Yeah, you're tired of it because of what Bay has done to it. And you're tired of it because you go in there, and John says it on the show, and I agree with him, is that every time a trailer comes out, you go, all right, the rest of them have been terrible.
This is gonna be good.
But this one will be because that. But that should say something about the story in general, because you're hoping there's something there, and with the right director and the right writers. But the problem is, I think he's gonna still have his hat in the ring with producing. So that's why you'll never see a guy like Blomkamp do it.
Yeah, because when the 4th one was coming out, I was just like, eh. And then I kept seeing, Stanley Tucci, Dinobots, like all these elements shot in native 3D. I was like, huh, maybe he's gonna bring this one around. And then I watched it and I was like, really? Why do you keep pulling the wool over my eyes, So I do think a fresh, especially a sci-fi-esque director would be a really cool move. So we'll see. But Alicia, I hate to tell you, this movie grossed a lot of money.
I know.
And we're gonna get another one.
Yeah, I get it.
I'd like to see one with Transformers in it.
Yeah, right?
That'd be nice.
All right, what's next?
All right, this one comes from @cyborg_Shinobi, asking, Robert Downey Jr. has been cast as Leonardo da Vinci in the upcoming Assassin's Creed movie. What are your thoughts?
Is that a real thing?
No, he hasn't. Okay.
No, he hasn't.
I didn't hear that.
There's this voice of God behind us that just said, no, he hasn't. So if it happened, would we be into it?
Yeah.
No brainer.
Yeah. Fassbender and Downey together in the same movie, but it seems like it's just speculation.
So. Yeah, it's speculation for now, but if it happened, we'd be stoked.
Yeah, for sure.
What's next?
All right, this one comes from @StyleJono. This is a fun one. In your opinion, what is the most overrated movie this year and most underrated movie, in your opinion, that you've seen?
This is so hard to pull off the cuff.
It is.
Just like...
well, underrated, just because it's a smaller film, would probably be Locke. This is because not people know about it, but even underrated, I think, would be Edge of Tomorrow. Because
I was going to say that.
Granted, everyone that has seen it love it, but it didn't do as well as it should have. For sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Let me think about overrated as far as top grossing, because
I would definitely say Edge of Tomorrow too, because you're right, everyone that saw it was amazing, but nobody saw it.
Right.
So I just feel like
talking about reviews or box office. In terms of
either or. Yeah.
Well, overrated Transformers. If we're talking box office.
If you're on box office, sure. That's an easy one too. Sure, that one. I'll go with Transformers.
Some would say Amazing Spider-Man 2, since it made so much money.
Yeah.
Some people liked it, some did not. We talked about Andrew Garfield's quote yesterday, so obviously they didn't love it either.
Right.
Yeah, what's the overrated?
I think that's.
It's a good question.
Yeah, we're going to have to think about that.
We'll let you know.
We'll let you know.
All right, 2 more.
All right, I'm looking here. Let's see here. Okay, this one is about Sean Connery at Mr. Fantastic 74 wants to know, what is your favorite Sean Connery performance? Mine is Dr. Henry Jones Sr. in The Last Crusade.
That's what I was going to pick.
Yeah.
Or unless you want to go Bond. I mean,
you could go Bond, but he was so good playing off Harrison Ford.
Junior.
Yeah.
Magical. But yeah, I mean, he still is my favorite Bond.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig would be my number 2, but he just brings such a swagger to the role. But yeah, that franchise across the board.
I love Bond, him in Last Crusade, and also in The Rock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How about his role in Highlander? The first Highlander. He was really. That's a movie. If we're talking underrated movies, I know some people think it's super cheesy. It is. I love the first Highlander.
It is, but it's so
cheesy,
fun.
but it's so fun.
It is fun.
Hunt for Red October is good. Man,
yeah,
we just keep getting this voice keep
the
popping out.
peanut
Really
gallery
good,
back there.
smart
I don't know
voice.
what's happening. All right, last question.
All right, this one comes from @AwesomeBroski.
Yeah.
Talking about Charlie Hunnam. He is such an amazing actor. What do you guys think? I want more now.
I think it's too soon to say he's an amazing actor. I think that he's done very well on Sons of Anarchy.
Well, that's where people are basing it off.
Right.
And I don't watch the show. I'm going to go ahead and be honest. I know a certain captain of our ship is not pleased about that. But so from what I've seen, I've honestly not been too impressed with his performances
Pacific
yet.
Rim, I don't think he got enough to do.
Right.
No.
So I'm waiting to see him do a big tackle, a big role.
Smart to jump out of 50 Shades of Grey.
So smart.
Brilliant career because of the Sons.
Yeah.
You know, people are like, what is he going to do next? He's so amazing, and I don't doubt it in that context because I don't have anything else to base it off.
Well, they're talking about him for the Guy Ritchie Excalibur, or not Excalibur, excuse me, the Arthur movie, King Arthur movie.
Yeah.
One
so
of those.
whatever it's called, but he'll get his chance to prove himself too, especially going up against someone like Idris Elba, who I believe is Merlin.
So there they go again with the.
Yeah.
Let's go back and forth. Let's judge him after that because I think he's got a presence to him for sure. I just want to see. I don't think it's a little too soon to call him a great actor.
I agree, and he's not so bad to look at.
No, nice guy too.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.